Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're doing kind of what I feel like most people consider the bastard child of The Legend of Zelda, which is Zelda 2 Adventures of Link. It just was really different compared to everything else. Compared to like all the other Zelda games out there, I think this is the one that you either really liked or you absolutely hated it. And honestly, I'm still not even 100% sure how I feel about the game. I've beat it, I've played it. It's kind of like Zelda and Castlevania had a quest with Dragon Warrior. Or more like a highlight kind of thing. I mean, you have to hand it to them. They did try something. I think they did realize that, it really didn't work. And they definitely went back to, what Zelda is. Really? Die. Come on now. I don't know, to a point I did not mind it terribly. Like, it's kind of interesting having Zelda as a RPG where you gain levels and get experience. But it really just doesn't have the feel of what Zelda was, you know? It's kind of like Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, the same thing. They did the exact same thing with the franchise, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't what everybody wanted. It wasn't what you expected. And just all in all, it didn't really work for the franchise. And that's why we don't have more of them. I don't need to stop and rest here again. We have magic, we have health, we are good to go. Oops. I am error. Alrighty then, error. I don't really remember much of this game. Like, I've played it, I've beat it, but I recall bits and pieces of it. Alright, we need a candle. Good to know. Damn it, not who I want to talk to. I want to talk to the girl in purple. Sorry, I know nothing. Fair enough. Alright, don't go south of that candle, so we're going to go east and north, right? What was the ferry again? Ah, we lost it. Let's go do a dungeon. And now we lost our sword. That sucks. Like, the game is decent when you have your sword. Without the sword, the game starts to suck. Oh, but see, this is not south, and we still need a candle. Well, let's leave here for now then. Like, I don't understand this, really, for the most part. It's like, oh, you're going to fight the thing, and then, but you don't actually fight anything. You just deal with stupid fireballs. Life will go up. Alright, we got our sword back. Doesn't have much range though, does it? Ah! Well, that was awful. I think all the caves we need a light source for, right? I see that. You can kind of see slight movement. The bats not so much, but the other stuff you can kind of see. You'll see the bats when they move, but until then... I don't know why we're not getting experience now. Is there something silly? Because, like, all of a sudden we're not getting anything? I like how you're picking stuff up with your sword. Ed, at least we can kind of hit those skeletons, unlike the, Did we get the key, or do we have to go back and pick it up? We'll go double check. Well, he was definitely worth killing, wasn't he? Yeah, we did get it. Okay. So these guys just don't give us experience. It's kind of interesting that some things give us experience, some don't. Like, slimes give us experience, but these guys, no. Oh, come on. But they hit us and we lose experience. So we don't get any experience from them, but we lose it when they hit us. And of course they get faster. It's like you're hell-bent on getting hit by them because the one guy behind you is moving way fast. I hate how short his sword is. Like, it's so fucking tiny. I was trying to avoid that, but it wasn't going to happen, was it? I guess we can't kill them. Or they take a lot more hits than we were aware of. Come on, seriously. Ooh, yay! Haha! Definitely needed that. Alright, the question is, do we go up or down? Up seems good. We're going to do that. We're so close to a level, too. And there we go. We lose. So stupid. Just really annoying as hell. Ah. I hate that that's how you pick things up, too. Like, there's a lot of things that just really kind of just didn't work for me in the game. I mean, it's Zelda, but not Zelda at the same time kind of thing. I think if it was done a little bit better, it wouldn't be as... Fucking Hammer Brothers. We'll do one continue, and we'll try to fight the suck. Ah, that was a good continue all the way at the beginning. We did get our light. We do keep our level, but we lost all of our experience. But yeah, like, honestly, not a bad game, but also just, I don't know, like, I think it's only because Zelda's name is on it that it's not as good. Like, you feel kind of weird about the game, I think. Like, if this was just any other game, I think it would be better than it being a Zelda game, if that makes any sense whatsoever. We don't need health. We're good. Thank you though. Okay, someone actually said something useful. Who's your father? Definitely not this one. Okay, that's the end of town. I think your father is the one that talked about fire. Kind of feels like it because it's the only other place that you could have gone. See, it's kind of stupid we did this, but we don't get any experience. We get experience from the spiders. But they're not worth spending all the time trying to kill a stupid spider. There he is, right there. All right. What the hell? Oh, did he turn back around? I thought he was just going to go that way, but he turned around on us. Well, that was unfortunate. But this, I think this is the part that really kind of is annoying. Like, you're just kind of screwed in this one. And that's just the way it feels on that one. Like, there's just no point to this at all. Like, yeah, fighting some of the enemies, granted, okay, but stuff like that is just really annoying. And then we do this, then you get another one which is nothing. It's like, there really is no point or consistency to that at all. Like, just having random... Yeah, he does not jump smooth enough and quick enough to be able to do that. The jumping is not as good as you would like it to be. In any way, shape, or form. Where do we get our health from? Whew, we are not doing well, are we? We haven't even got magic yet. Like, I've been trying to, but we haven't had anything that we can use. And you know what's funny is you don't get to choose what you level up. So it's pseudo RPG, but not really, because you don't get to choose anything. You're just like, well, this is what you're getting, and if you don't like it, then don't get it. Yeah, he doesn't control overly well at all in this. I think that's the biggest problem I have. Like, that's one of the biggest problems. The biggest one I have, I still feel like, is just the way they do the whole 3 enemy... The little side enemy thing is just a little obnoxious. Damn it. Damn it! Like this right here, like if you actually fought enemies and there's like purpose for it, but like this right here is just dumb. Like, it's just there to get you hit. Like, it's there to take away your sword is all it is. Like, that's how it feels, because half of this sometimes you just can't avoid. Like, some of the fireballs come in both directions at the same time in different sides to the point where you can't do anything. Like, this is stupid. Like, there really is absolutely no point to that, like, specific thing right there. And it's just stuff like that is just a little obnoxious in the game and could have been done differently to make the game just better. Like, as it stands now, the game is not bad at all, in any means at all. Even being kind of the bastard child of Zelda, it's still a decent game. They were definitely trying things. It didn't fully work. But, See, we keep getting magic. We can't even use magic at the moment, but we're getting it. But we don't get any fucking life, which is the one thing we really need. Okay, so we do continue with what we had. All right. Good to know. But there's so much that you can't really avoid. Also, which is a little frustrating. Like, they're coming at you from both directions, some moving pretty quick. And just, I don't know, there's just a lot. A lot kind of to be desired. From a franchise like this, even though it's only the second one and it's not, hasn't quite become the franchise yet, I think the studio and the company had the ability and everything to be able to just to do better. Like, this is dumb, like fucking stupid. Jesus criminy. Annoying. They steal magic, and these guys are gonna jump on us. Alright. Would have loved to have gotten that. Fucking Hammer Brothers, man. See, that's the other, I think that's one of the other really annoying things, is the way everything happens when you move and try to attack at the same time. There's this weird slide that he does, and just there's a lot of mechanics that just don't quite function efficiently. And like that is, I think, that I remember the most, being the most obnoxious and just frustrating part of this entire game, is trying to move and attack at the same time. It's almost like you have to come to a complete stop and attack, but a lot of enemies like that guy are moving and you can't do that, and you have to move. But when you move and go to attack, your guy like slides, but then your attack, because you're sliding, doesn't actually hit, but you just run into the guy, take damage, and it's just this weird thing. And I think that in and of itself is probably the most obnoxious and annoying part I had of this entire one. Like, you see that a lot in this entire gameplay, where you go to attack, and because you're moving, you don't hit the thing, but it hits you. And that is the one thing that causes the most damage, the most frustration, and the most deaths out of everything. A lot of it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit in the game, but it's just a nuisance, whatever. But that mechanic and the jumping, where you jump and like everything is like on a small patch of ice, where jumping you kind of slide around, and it's a little clunky when you're jumping, as you saw in a couple things. And just the moving and attacking does not work in this game at all, really. Like, there's just something about it that makes the hitboxes go crazy, or it does something, but it makes it to where when you move and attack, most of the time your attack doesn't do anything, it doesn't register, but you slide into the guy you're trying to hit. And that has happened a lot in this game, just in the few minutes that we played it. You notice it a lot. It is very, very upfront and just very noticeable if you see what's actually going on, if you're paying attention. And I think that in and of itself was the biggest, most annoying part of this game, because they do so much to get you to take at least a hit or two so you lose your Master Sword. Okay, fine. That is what it is, okay? But then once you do, your sword range is so minuscule. The fact that you can't move and attack and hit something, in regards to everything else, just really makes the game very, very annoying, if not just kind of slightly less fun because of that. Like, it really is annoying when you have to stop, attack, move, stop, attack. Like, that is not gameplay. You should not have to do that. And you shouldn't have to go through a lot of stuff where they're just trying to get you to hit, and just, like, all the, you know, you run into the slime, I guess, you know, the shadow. But all it is an empty thing. What's the point of, like, the empty enemy thing? Why are we doing that? It's just wasting time. And it's just obnoxious, because why are we wasting time doing absolutely nothing? So that part is stupid. And then when you run into the other one, it's just a bunch of fireballs going in both directions at the same time. Like I said, that is there just to take away your sword. Like, I really feel like that is the sole purpose of that, is for the most part, is just to be obnoxious, to take away the thing, because there's no other reason whatsoever to have that. Same thing with the one that was blank. It's just like, why are we doing that? And then you go into the enemy one, and you're not getting experience for killing enemies. It's like so many inconsistencies, so many things that don't make sense, that shouldn't even be there because they don't make sense. Makes this game, like I said, I mean, it is a playable game. It is fun. It's different. They tried something else, but I think they made a lot of mistakes. They made a lot of issues, and like ultimately they went back to being Zelda, which the franchise we all know and love. And there's really nothing wrong with this little bastard child of a game. But if they actually put the time in to fix the bugs, to fix the things, and just to take out some of these really unnecessary, stupid parts of this game, I think as a whole, this game would be a lot more fun and a lot more playable, and I think a lot more loved. Because it really is one of those games where even the fans of the series either tolerate it and say, oh, it's okay, or kind of love it, but most everybody I know of never liked this game at all. I think it's got a really bad rap, which in part it shouldn't, other than the fact of how badly it controls and just all the little nuances that just do not work with this game. They could make it so much better. But with that being said, guys, thanks for joining me. Until next time, you guys have a wonderful day.